I am Faith Sigan, and this is my sheep eyeball dissection. So to start off here, we can see this white outer layer here, which is the sclera. And the sclera is a tough sheet of connective tissue that protects the inner structures of the eye and also helps maintain rigidity. Next here we can see the cornea, which is a transparent covering that allows light to enter the eye. So the cornea is normally transparent, like I said, but it's white now due to preservation. And I left the flap on here, and when we lift it up, we can see that it is relatively thin. So underneath the cornea is the pupil, and the iris. The pupil is an opening where light enters the eye, and the iris, which is around the pupil, is a diaphragm that controls the size of the pupil. So moving on, we can see, well, we have to flip over that eye, so we're in the inner part of the front of the eye. And here we can see the hyaloid fossa, which is this indentation here, and is the center of the vitreous body, and it supports the lens. The zanula ciliaris is ligaments, which are right here, and the ligaments suspend the lens and stretch to focus vision, so they're right here. The lens I have taken out, and the lens, which is right here, and it goes in here. And the lens is a biconvex transparent structure that focuses light coming through the cornea and the pupils. So this is the lens. You can see the vitreous body, which is the space or cavity between the lens and the retina. The vitreous humerus is in the vitreous body, and it is a thick fluid that helps maintain the shape of the eyeball. So it's in here. Now we're going to go to the inner portion of the back of the eye, and we can see this piece of retina here, which I was cut off during my dissection, so it's right here. And the retina is a light-sensitive portion of the eye composed of receptor cells called cones and rods. So the cones are responsible for perceiving color, and the rods are responsible for perceiving differences in light intensity. So next we can see the blind spot here, and the blind spot is on the back of the eye where receptor cells converge to form the optic nerve. Next, moving on, is the choroid, which is this dark sheet here, and it's a tissue that lies between the retina and the sclera, so it's right here. Moving on is the tapetum lucidum, which is the iridescent portion of the choroid tissue, and it helps with night vision by reflecting available light onto the retina. So here is the tapetum lucidum. So now we're going to flip to the very back portion of the eye, and we can see right here is the optic nerve, which is a bundle of nerve cells that send signals from the eye back to the brain. And this concludes my eyeball dissection.